Welcome to JoF TV. I'm your host, Cilla, and with me is Chuck. Hi, Chuck.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
We are back in the studio.
Bien.
It took a while to get here.
That's all the Spanish. Well, that and dos tequilas, por favor. I know that one. And ¿dónde está el baño? No, el baño. ¿Dónde está el baño?
Okay. Took us a while to get back into the studio.
Goddamn, 6 months, something like that?
Yeah.
At least me. Because you've done your own thing. Not in studio, but you've done your own thing.
I'm trying to keep JoF going.
I know,
it's just been a scheduling thing.
It has. It's been a weird couple of months. So, as we know, I lost my job way back in December. Mm-hmm. I did find another job working for the local cable company, but because of my schedule, I'm working even later in the day, and I'm working on Saturdays, which Saturdays was always our best day to do this.
Right.
And so that's no longer an option currently. Hopefully that's going to change come August, September.
Yes.
So we'll see what happens.
So we are working on getting JF back on track. Reason it's taken this long to get a new episode out is because the time has come for our yearly foray into the fall schedule.
Yes.
And I was going to bring it to you alone, and Chuck didn't very much like that idea. He did not want to miss it.
That's always been our thing. You know, no matter what else we miss, that has been our thing, and I wanted to make sure we did that.
So delayed it a bit, and so here we finally are.
We're still getting it done before the fall actually starts, so we're doing okay.
We are. So we're going to get into that. Before we get into that, though, there is a couple of changes coming to JoF TV that I want to talk about real quick. And then we'll jump right into the fall schedule because there's a lot to cover.
Right.
So first of all, our longtime listeners / viewers know that we tend to talk a lot.
We ramble a bit. Just a bit.
I'm not even going to try to talk around that. We talk a lot.
Yes, we do.
And no matter how much you enjoy listening to us or watching us or however you choose to take us in, that's a lot at one time. And I get that. So to make things easier for our viewers to take us in smaller chunks, we're going to be bringing you shorter half-hour episodes more frequently. So you'll be getting the same amount of content, just more frequently and in smaller chunks. So it'll be like an easily digestible snack as opposed to a buffet.
Yeah, and this is something we've talked about doing for a while. Just we haven't really been able to pull off, and I think hopefully that this is going to be an experiment. Hopefully,
yeah, this week is going to be the first time that we give this a shot, and we'll see how it goes. But hopefully, this will be an ongoing format. Let us know what you think of it, and if we feel like it's working out well, then this will be the way we do it going forward.
Right.
So,
especially if we can get on a more regular schedule again,
which is obviously the goal.
Right.
So there's that. We're also going to be cutting our segments, our Flicks Picks, Chuck's Choice, and the Soapbox into their own, not episodes, but I guess you could call them mini episodes.
Right. They'll be released individually on their own.
Right. So you'll be getting the same amount of content, but new content more frequently. And so it'll be easier to keep up, and I think all in all, it'll just be an easier way to watch JoF TV.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the fall schedule.
Woo! TV!
Let's, obviously, just like every year past, we're not going to go into every show in detail. I will read through the fall schedule, the fall lineup, so that I'll cover it all, but we won't go into detail on every single show.
Yeah, because let's face it, some shit we just don't care about.
Yeah, pretty much. So, let's see here. We're going to go ahead and start on Sunday, and we'll start with ABC.
Okay, go for it.
I'm going to talk in Eastern time, even though we are in Central. Everything that you're going to see on the internet pretty much goes in Eastern time, so starting Sunday at 7 Eastern, we have America's Funniest Home Videos, Once Upon a Time, Resurrection, Revenge. Nothing's really changed there.
Right. Well, yeah, because Resurrection was a new show this year.
Right. It was kind of a mid-season thing, so it's pretty much the same.
Well, good. That's kind of good. At least they're picking that up for another season. Yeah. So I guess it did okay.
And then I'm just excited Once Upon a Time's coming back because I really did think that they may cancel it. So I was glad to see it come back.
You know, and we're going to... Well, I'll talk about it later. Go ahead.
Okay.
I have something to say about Once Upon a Time, but it ties into something else. So I'll get to it when we get to that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Then we'll move on to CBS.
Okay.
60 Minutes, which has been in that time slot forever and a day.
I don't think that's ever going away.
No, I don't think so either. Then we have Madam Secretary, which is a new show.
Right.
Honestly, don't really care much about it. It's another new hour-long drama.
Which one was that one about?
I don't remember the details of it, but I know you're looking it up right now. So
I'm trying to remember the details. It's an upcoming American drama television series about Elizabeth Faulkner McCord, a female Secretary of State. This is the one with Tay Leone in it and Tim Daly. Okay. Yeah. Tay Leone is the Secretary of State.
Right.
And so it's going to be like West Wing, that kind of show. It's that kind of drama. It's a political drama.
And I like Tim Daly, but not enough to...
Not in a drama.
Watch a drama, yeah.
Yeah, and in a comedy, I'd watch him all damn day, but not in a drama. Time Daly in a drama, okay, but not Tim.
So I'll probably be skipping that one personally.
Yeah.
Then we have The Good Wife.
How is that show still on the air?
And then CSI.
Just cold CSI?
Just CSI.
Wow, they moved that to Sunday.
Yes.
Because that was a Thursday show, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Which tells me they're trying to kill it.
Oh, you know what? They had to have moved it sooner than that because Elementary's been on Thursdays at 9 o'clock.
Honestly, I don't watch CSI, so I couldn't tell you.
Okay, anyway. So CSI, Sunday nights.
So then we have CW, local programming.
Right, CW doesn't actually do a Sunday night block.
Right, they don't have any network on Sunday. So moving on to Fox, we have NFL on Fox, Bob's Burgers, The Simpsons, I will try to talk, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Family Guy, Mulaney, which is a new comedy, which I will actually give a shot to. I watched one of John Mulaney's...
I was going to say, is it John Mulaney?
Yes, it is. I watched one of his stand-ups the other night on Netflix, and while I wouldn't rank it as the best I've seen in a while, it wasn't half bad. It was funny enough that I would give his show a shot. Right on. So I'll definitely give it the 3-episode rule.
There we go.
And then local programming.
That's an interesting choice for Fox. Looking at the lineup there, because you got, obviously it's fall, so we're going to have football during the day,
right?
And then it goes Bob's Burgers and The Simpsons, which are both animated, and then Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which is Andy Samberg's live action comedy, and then Family Guy, which is another animated, and then Mulaney, which I assume is going to be live action.
Yes.
Why not put Family Guy here, and then why not do animation and then live action? Why break it like that? That seems like a weird flow to me.
It does seem like a weird flow.
I'm just saying, that seems like a weird choice.
Not sure why they chose to program it that way, but I'm sure that there was a method behind it. Honestly, probably if I had to guess, they probably didn't want to put Family Guy on any earlier than that.
Also, it keeps the people that watch The Simpsons and The Family Guy, it keeps them around to help Brooklyn Nine-Nine continue to be successful. Because it didn't have the best time slot on Tuesday nights.
It does sandwich in between two successful shows, but I also think the time slot for Family Guy needs to be a little later, and that may have something to do with it.
Could be.
NBC, we have Football Night in America, then Sunday Night Football.
Right.
So that's Sunday. It's not ever been an exciting day for TV, so...
It's really not, yeah.
Then we move on to Monday. On ABC, we have Dancing with the Stars and Castle. Same old, same old.
So glad Castle's still going.
Yeah.
Such a good show.
I just like Nathan Fillion. I'd watch pretty much anything he did at this point.
Yeah, he could pretty much just stand there and say, "Hi, I'm Nathan Fillion," and do that for a half hour, and I'd fucking watch it. Week in, week out. Hey, look, it's Nathan Fillion.
What's he doing this week?
Just standing there.
Oh, cool. I'll watch.
It's like Nathan Fillion drinks a cup of coffee. Anyway.
Gotta love Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, we love Nathan Fillion. Nathan, if you're watching, we love you.
Moving on to CBS. To CBS. This one gets a little weird. Okay.
Yeah.
So, the season's going to start with Big Bang Theory, Mom, a new show called Scorpion, and then NCIS Los Angeles. That lineup's only going to last until October 27th, and then Two Broke Girls is going to replace Big Bang Theory in that time slot, and Big Bang Theory is going to move back to Thursdays. So Monday, CBS, a little swapping around.
Oh, because of the football thing that they're doing on Thursday nights now.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, what the fuck?
Now, as for this new show, Scorpion, it's an hour long.
I don't know anything about that. I know that they canceled Intelligence, which bums me out. Because Intelligence was actually pretty good.
Let's see. Well, you look up Scorpion because I don't want to lose my...
We're not sure what this particular show's about, so we're going to look it up really quick. Scorpion TV show. It's an upcoming American drama inspired by a true story of Walter O'Brien, a genius who recruits other geniuses to help solve complex problems of the world. It's going to air on Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern on CBS starting in the fall. Mm-hmm. It has very few people. No, it's got Elias Gabel, I guess that's how it said, as Walter O'Brien, Catherine McPhee as Paige Deneen, Robert Patrick as Agent Cabe Gallo, and Eddie K. Thomas, who is Eddie Thomas's son, as Toby Curtis. So it's actually got some people that I know, but, it's another drama. I don't know how it's going to actually work out. And
quite frankly, I'm a little... I feel like TV's a little oversaturated with dramas right now.
It really is. We need more laughter. And since they killed my favorite CBS show from Monday nights, which was Intelligence, fuck them.
Yeah, I don't really watch a whole lot of dramas these days anyway, so I probably won't be checking that one out. I think the most interesting point of note here is that NCIS Los Angeles is moving to Monday. Yeah,
it seems like they really dropped the ball here.
I agree.
With 3 NCIS shows, why not just have them all on Tuesday and move fucking The Person of Interest to Monday nights? Mm-hmm. I mean, you're going to move one of the Tuesday night shows, move the one that doesn't fit.
Right.
But
that seems like a really risky programming decision, especially since...
Although that has been a relatively successful time slot for them. Hawaii Five-0 actually did pretty well in that time slot. Intelligence didn't. But NCIS Los Angeles is good enough on its own that it could take that time slot and make it its own.
Well, see, that's the thing. We don't know if it's good on its own. It doesn't hold all the numbers from NCIS, so we don't know if it can stand without NCIS. It's a risky move.
That is true. And but the other side of that is if they had left it on Tuesdays... if they had left it where it was and put the new NCIS on at the last hour, then the numbers that they lost for that also wouldn't be there going into that one. So it would tank even further on the newest show. If they flipped them, then that show may still tank, and the new NCIS may tank as well.
Right.
So no matter how they played this, it was going to be risky. Mm-hmm. So I guess this is the least risk for them.
Moving on to CW, we have The Originals, a new show called Jane the Virgin. This is CW.
That's CW, so it's got to be a crappy drama, kind of like 90210.
Kind of what I was thinking, except 90210 is probably the only one that didn't suck on that show, or on that network.
The last good new CW show was a WB show. Just saying. It was Smallville. Jane the Virgin is an upcoming American serial comedy drama television series expected to air on the CW. It's a loose adaptation of a Venezuelan telenovela, Juana la Virgin. I don't speak Spanish, so I said that completely wrong. It's set in Miami. A series of detailed, surprising, and unforeseen events take place in the life of Jane Villanueva. Yay!
Moving on.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's something I'm going to care about.
On to Fox, we have Gotham, which
I'm excited.
I finally decided to give it a chance.
Oh, not me. I decided the day I saw the first trailer, I'm going to watch that fucking show. Gotham, if you haven't heard, it's a prequel to Batman. It's Bruce right after the parents got killed, and it's going to show young versions of all the people who will become his greatest... the
Rogue Gallery.
Yeah, the Rogues Gallery. Although they don't call it that because that's a Flash thing.
But it's essentially
But
the
it's
same
his
thing.
Rogues. Yeah, it's the Penguin, Catwoman. I assume they'll hint at the Joker since we don't know who the Joker was before he was the Joker. I assume they'll hint at it. And a young James Gordon. The series is mostly going to be centered around Jim, meetings with Bruce, but it's mostly Jim.
I don't know how I feel about it. I'm going to give it a shot. We'll see what it's like. It looks like more than a typical comic show. It's more going to be a psychological cop drama, which I may actually like.
It seems to me that it's going to be... it's like they took the original idea, because they've been talking about a young Bruce Wayne series for years, ever since Smallville first hit it big.
Right.
And I think this is that idea, but they tweaked it so that it's not just a rehash of Smallville, because that's why they didn't want to do it, is because everybody was afraid, well, that's just Smallville, but it's Bruce. You know, we've seen that. It's even less entertaining because he doesn't have any fucking powers. You know, and that's really what the argument was. And so this is a little different. I like the idea that they're focusing more on Jim, and we're just going to see Bruce every now and then. That's the impression I'm getting. So we'll just have to wait and see.
We'll see what happens. It's going to be followed by Sleepy Hollow.
Yes. Love Sleepy Hollow. So good. If you're not watching Sleepy Hollow, get caught up and start watching it. So good.
Then NBC, we have The Voice, and then To Be Determined.
To Be Determined. So even NBC doesn't know what the hell they're going to air on, and that's still Monday night, right?
Yes.
Monday night at 9 o'clock. Well, that's where they were airing The Blacklist, so chances are The Blacklist will come back for that.
Moving on to Tuesday, ABC has a couple of new comedies. One called Selfie. This is the one with Karen
Gillan and John Cho.
Mm-hmm.
Karen grew her hair back out. I assume it's a wig.
Yeah,
because it's a lot of hair. She didn't grow it that fast.
No, and I actually just saw pictures of her from Comic-Con this weekend, the Wizard World, and I think they're in Philadelphia this weekend. Anyway, she's still got short hair, so it's a wig. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to watch it simply for her.
Yeah.
Give it a shot because I like her.
A very self-obsessed young woman finding out she's got no real friends. That's basically the premise that I've understood.
Yeah.
And again, because it's Karen and we are fans of Karen from Doctor Who, I'll be definitely checking it out, and I assume you will too. And I like John Cho anyway. I always check out anything he's in, although he hasn't been super successful here lately. And
there will be another new comedy following that called Manhattan Love Story.
I haven't heard anything about that.
I have not either. Are
we sure it's a comedy?
It's a half hour. So I don't hear of too many half-hour dramas.
This is very true. Let's see. It's an American romantic comedy. Shocker. It's called Manhattan Love Story. It's a romantic comedy.
Really? Wow.
Created and written by Jeff Lowell. He's also going to be the executive producer. The series will series chronicle the journey of a new couple and the questions they are actually thinking about from the moment they begin a relationship. Annalee Tipton, Jake McDormand, Nicholas Wright, Jada Catapredit, Chloe Wepper, and Kurt Fuller. One person in that entire list that I recognize, and it's Kurt fucking Fuller.
I give it 3 episodes.
Huh?
I give it 3 episodes.
If that.
Before it gets canceled.
Yeah.
Not that I'm going to watch it for 3 episodes before it gets canceled.
Yeah, and that's such a shame because Kurt Fuller really needs a hit. I love Kurt Fuller. Do you know that guy. Do you know who Kurt Fuller is?
No.
Kurt Fuller is the guy from Psych. Did you watch Psych?
Yes.
Okay, the Emmy, Woody, the crazy Emmy. That's
okay.
Kurt Fuller.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll give it a chance just because it's got Kurt Fuller in it and he's fucking funny.
I'll probably watch it because it's a new comedy and
hey, let's see how long it lasts.
Yeah. Following that, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is back, and then another new show called Forever.
The thing I like about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., what they're doing this year, is the mid-season thing. So in the middle of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they're going to do the Peggy Carter series. So like when Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. goes on winter break, just like they all do every year, ABC has decided it's going to do a little short run of a series that centers around Agent Peggy Carter. It's going to be before it was S.H.I.E.L.D. And I think that's a great idea. It's a little short series. It keeps things fresh. And then S.H.I.E.L.D. comes back to finish up the season. And that's what Once Upon a Time was supposed to have done with Neverland. Or whatever. No, it's Wonderland.
Wonderland.
Yeah, Wonderland. That's what it was supposed to be. And they decided not to do that. They said, no, let's give it its own series. Hey, what happens? It fucking tanked. Because they handled it wrong. That's what they should have done. It would have survived and would have left them open to do other series like that. Which is, I think that's why ABC's doing the Peggy Carter series this way. They're proving that it can work.
Okay.
Forever, that one I don't know anything about. Do you know anything about that one?
Actually, do not. Haven't heard anything.
And I don't see anything on Wikipedia about it, so that's going to be fun. So if you know something about that, check it out. If not, oh well. I mean, it doesn't tell us anything, unfortunately. Here we go. No, these are Filipino series. No idea. Oh well.
Moving on.
If we get more information about that, we'll let you know.
So, CBS, NCIS, and then NCIS New Orleans.
Which is Scott Bakula's new series. Definitely checking that out.
For at least a couple of episodes. And then Person of Interest.
I like Scott Bakula. He's right up there with Nathan Fillion.
CW, The Flash, which is new series.
Definitely watching that. I have seen the first trailer and I went, yes.
Giving it a shot.
I'm watching that. I'm more excited about that than I ever was about Arrow. And I was sort of excited about Arrow before it started airing.
I think I'm too jaded after watching Arrow to be excited about The Flash because the Arrow really messed me up.
The setup that they gave it in the trailer, it makes it look fucking awesome.
And I still don't like the casting of Barry.
Whatever. Did you see who's playing his dad?
Yes, that. I love that. I love that.
John Wesley Shipp, who played the Flash in the original failed series.
That is the best piece of casting.
Yes. So excited
Don't
about
like
that.
the casting for Barry. Don't like the casting for Iris.
I can deal with that because, the looks aren't everything. They got to be able to act, and so we'll see what happens. But, I'm very excited about the Flash. I'm prepared to be let down. Because
it
been
is
let
DC.
down so many times before.
And
but
it's DC.
I am excited. And it's the CW.
And it's CW. CW and DC. Bad combination.
What are you going to do?
So, I'm going to watch it. Give it a shot. It doesn't have any actors in it that are going to hold me the way Arrow does. Because, Arrow, I watched for Katie Cassidy and John Barrowman, who is now in season 3 going to become a regular.
Oh, nice.
He's been bumped up from recurring. So
good for him.
Those actors have held me to Arrow, even though I don't particularly like the show. There's no one on Flash to hold me if I don't like it. So I'm going to give it a shot. If I don't like it, I won't watch it. But I will at least give it a try.
And the awesome thing about Barrowman and Karen Gillan, both, neither of them would have the series that they have right now if it weren't for Doctor Who. Mm-hmm. If it weren't for this quirky little British show that more people love than they knew.
Right.
And I love that about that particular, my career started because of Doctor Who, and I think that's awesome.
Following The Flash, Supernatural.
Right.
Fox, a new show called Utopia.
Yeah. I'm not excited.
Do you know anything about it?
It's got a name called Utopia. It can't be that good.
Right.
And if you know what a utopia is, the perfect future world, that means it's going to be a drama about how utopia is really not.
That's essentially the impression I got. I've seen a couple of trailers for it, and that's my impression, is it's utopia, but not really.
Yeah.
Then you have The New Girl and The Mindy Project.
New Girl is coming back, and I think that's awesome because it was so close to being canceled. Mm-hmm. So many times, and I think that's a good thing that it's going to be back yet again.
Then we have NBC,
why the Mindy Project is still on, I don't know.
The Voice Results Show, a new show called Marry Me, which I assume is a sitcom because it's a 10.5-hour show.
Yeah.
Then About a Boy, and then Chicago Fire, which is the closest thing to a hit that NBC has had in ages.
So the Utopia is based on the UK series of the same name.
Oh, well, then you know it's not going to be good. We tend to fuck things up from the UK when we try to, with few exceptions.
Apparently, there is one going on right now, and I can't think of the name of it. It's the David Tennant one, which it's almost a direct copy of the one that he did. He was playing the same character.
Broadchurch was the British version.
Yeah,
Grace Point is going to be the American version. Fox is picking it up.
David and Arthur Darvill, both Doctor Who alums, did Broadchurch.
Yes.
David's coming over to do the American version. Yes. In fact, it's already filmed. It's gonna air this summer, I think. It's called Grace Point. And that looks like they're gonna do a pretty good job on that.
Yes.
The Utopia, the story follows a small group of people who find themselves in possession of the manuscript sequel of a cult graphic novel called The Utopia Experiments, which is rumored to have predicted the worst disasters of the last century. This leads them to be targeted by an organization known as the Network. This has nothing to do with Utopia.
No, it doesn't.
This leads them to be targeted by an organization known as the Network, which they must avoid to survive. Using the manuscript, they must uncover the meaning hidden in its pages before the disasters depicted become reality.
That name has nothing to do with the premise of the show.
That's not what I expected. So maybe. You know what? I'll probably check out the UK version and then tell you if I'm going to like the American version.
Fair enough.
That's how that one's going to work. Where were we? Oh, Marry Me was the other one. Yeah, I think you're right. That's going to be a comedy. US TV series, which suggests it's... Casey Wilson. Why is that? Series follows what happens when a longtime couple's deeply committed relationship turns into a long and bumpy ride on the way to the altar after the question of "Will you marry me?" is popped. After being together for 6 years, Jake botches his marriage proposal to Annie, so they hold off their engagement until they can do it right. This is not going to work.
No. That's a horrible premise.
Although Tim Meadows is in it as Kevin 1, one of Annie's gay adoptive dads. I wonder if Kevin 2... Yes, there's Kevin 1 and Kevin 2. Tim Meadows is in the main cast as Kevin 1. Dan Bukatinsky is Kevin 2. He's the other gay adoptive dad, and he's only a recurring role. But it also has Jo Beth Williams in a recurring role. So it's got some good people in the cast, but it's probably going to fail.
Probably. Okay, moving on to Wednesday. We have ABC The Middle, The Goldbergs, which I have no idea how that got renamed.
Yeah, really.
Modern Family, and then another new show called Blackish.
Blackish is with Anthony Anderson. It's his new series, and I want to say, what's it? Morpheus. The guy who played Morpheus, I think, is in it as well.
Okay.
But it's a sitcom for Anthony Anderson. Yeah, that's about all you could say. He's really not that great, and so I don't know how he keeps getting shows.
Yeah.
Anthony Anderson and Lawrence Fishburne. Yeah. And it's basically a middle class African American family. So it's supposed to be the Cosbys for today.
Okay.
And that makes sense because that's why they're doing the Blackish, because they're really white.
And so following that is
black.
Nashville.
Yeah.
Then we move to CBS, Survivor, Criminal Minds, and then a new show called Stalker.
Really? I bet that's a drama.
I bet it is. I don't think a comedy would be called Stalker and be an hour long.
I don't know. I could make some pretty funny things out of a show called Stalker.
You probably could.
It's an upcoming American drama about detectives who investigate stalking incidents. So it's a cop drama at that. Including voyeurism, cyber harassment, and romantic fixation for the LAPD.
You know, I may actually end up watching that.
Dylan McDermott.
Okay.
That sells it for me. It's going to suck.
Probably. I won't say probably. I potentially would give that a shot because that type of show is right up my alley.
Yeah, I rarely like anything Dylan McDermott does.
Then we have CW. Arrow, which I'm actually surprised that they didn't pair Arrow and Flash in one night.
I'm not, because I think they're smart pairing it with Supernatural, because the group that's going to watch Supernatural anyway might watch The Flash as well, plus the comic book fans.
Yeah. So we have Arrow.
The 100.
The 100.
What the hell is that?
It's a returning show, but I have never watched it.
Okay.
And I fast forward through all of the commercials when I watch Arrow, so I couldn't tell you what it's about.
Okay.
But it is a returning show, so it's probably because it's fan base set.
Yeah, there you go. If you watch it, sorry. We're not trying to offend you.
No. Then Fox, we have Hell's Kitchen, and then a new show called Red Band Society.
That one, it's a drama. It's about a bunch of terminally ill cancer patients. The red bands, they're hospital bands. That's what it's referencing. And it's them building friendships, love, laughter, tears, all that kind of stuff. I don't think I could handle a show like that. I think I'd probably cry every day. I told you my testosterone's low, right?
It seems like it would be a bit much for a weekly, even for a drama.
I mean, for a 2-hour movie, sure, but goddamn. Especially being right after Hell's Kitchen, so you're on that kind of high. I love Hell's Kitchen. I don't know about you guys, but I love Hell's Kitchen because Gordon Ramsay is a hilarious son of a bitch. Anyway.
Then we have NBC The Mysteries of Laura, which is a new show.
Right.
Law and Order SVU, and Chicago PD.
I'm surprised about Chicago PD. I'm surprised it's coming back. I realized it's a spinoff of Chicago Fire, but I didn't think it was going to make it. And the Law and Order SVU, I really thought that they would have run out of steam by now.
This is NBC we're talking about, not CBS.
I understand that, but they finally got rid of Criminal Intent. SVU, with its subject matter being so specifically about special victims, I honestly thought that they would eventually run out of steam.
Yeah.
And apparently they have not done so yet.
No.
Do you know anything about the Mysteries of Laura?
I actually do not.
Sounds like it's going to be a drama.
Well, it's an hour long, and it comes
Maybe
on
even a
right
crime
before
drama.
SVU. So my suspicion is that it is going to be a drama. The title, in and of itself, is a mystery.
Smart ass. It's an upcoming American police procedural. That's right. It's a comedy drama, and it's based on an adaptation of a Spanish television series, Los Misterios de Laura. And let's see. It's going to chronicle the life of Laura Diamond, a homicide detective with the NYPD who balances her day job with her off-duty hours as a single mom with 2 twins, while trying to get her soon-to-be ex-husband to sign the divorce papers. And it's Deborah Messing as Laura. So that's why it's a comedy drama, because she can't do anything and not be a little funny.
Right.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't expect that to make it, because I don't think she's really... She had a huge hit with Will and Grace and hasn't done shit since then that really succeeded.
No.
So, anyway.
Then we have Thursday, ABC, Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, and then a new show called How to Get Away with Murder.
That's a drama. That's just a guess.
Yes.
You'd think that we would have looked all this shit up already. How to Get Away with Murder? There it is. Let's see. It's American legal drama.
Probably defense attorneys.
Doesn't really show much about it, except that it's got Viola Davis as the lead. So it shows who's going to be in it, but it doesn't really give much information. But it is going to be a legal drama.
If it's a legal drama and it's called How to Get Away with Murder, my guess is defense attorneys.
Yeah, defense attorneys and courtroom.
Mm-hmm. CBS Thursday Night Football.
Temporarily. Like we said earlier, there will be some shows coming to CBS in the fall.
October 30th, it'll switch to Big Bang Theory, The Millers, 2.5 Men, and The McCarthys. Okay. And Elementary.
Now, the whole thing about football on CBS, in case you haven't been paying attention, Thursday Night Football is usually NFL Network only. CBS signed this very lucrative deal for the first 8 games of the season to air on, except for the first game of the season will air on NBC. The following 8 Thursday night games will air on CBS instead of the NFL Network. It's a 1-season deal with an option to extend it if it works out well for both parties. Which, it's football. It can't work out bad. I mean, that's going to be a ratings monster.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
CW, Vampire Diaries, and Reign.
Yeah, no changes.
Fox, Bones is back on Thursdays, and
Season 10.
I really expected them to pair Bones and Gotham. I honestly expected that to be the way they went with it. Obviously, they didn't because Gotham's on Mondays. Surprised me.
Gotham and Sleepy Hollow together makes sort of good sense because they're both kind of comic booky. Gotham has its roots in the comic book world, obviously, because it is Batman, let's face it. And Sleepy Hollow being that whole supernatural thriller type thing. If Sleepy Hollow were on the CW, Supernatural and Sleepy Hollow would be together.
Yeah. But this makes sense, too. Following Bones is Grace Point. We were just talking about Grace Point.
I thought it was going to be a summer show, so I guess not.
No. Grace Point is the American adaptation of the English show Broadchurch. Right. It is starring David Tennant.
And it's about the disappearance of a child. It's the investigation of the disappearance of a child.
Right.
And I think they found the body. I think the child actually gets killed. I think that's the opening scene, is they find the body, if I remember correctly. But anyway, so the whole series is them investigating what happened to the kid.
Right. And Broadchurch was pretty good. I'm looking forward to Grace Point. And, of course, David Tennant's just good in anything he does.
Absolutely.
He's just a great actor. Even if the writing's bad, it's good acting. Then we have NBC, The Biggest Loser, and then 2 new shows, Bad Judge and A to Z.
Now, The Biggest Loser moving to Thursday nights, that's interesting. Because that means it's going to go up against the comedies once the football season's over. So after 2 months, it's going to start competing against Big Bang Theory of all things. That's insane. Bad Judge, I remember a little bit about that. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a comedy about a female judge who is pretty much like a party type person at night and then has to be a judge the next day, and it's a little crazy. But it is a legal comedy, and it's co-created by Will Ferrell and Adam McKay. It looks like it's actually going to be pretty funny. So I'm actually looking forward to that one. I'll check it out and see what happens. A to Z I haven't even heard about. It is a comedy. It's a romantic comedy. It follows the lives of Andrew, who is an employee at an internet dating site who dreams of meeting the girl of his dreams. Who the fuck wrote this? And Zelda, who is a no-nonsense lawyer who is raised by a hippie mother and carries a rebellious streak. By an accidental chance of fate, Zelda meets Andrew to resolve a mismatched dating dispute, and these two single people suddenly find themselves falling for each other. Oh, this is the one with the mother. How I Met Your Mother, the mother, she's Zelda, Kristen Milotti.
Okay.
So this is her new series, and Katie Seagal is going to be in it as the narrator.
Gotcha. Which
is interesting to me. So it's almost a reverse of How I Met Your Mother because the female is narrating it.
Yeah.
Which is funny because How I Met Your Father, which was the reverse of How I Met Your Mother, didn't get picked up.
No, it did not. And then Parenthood will come on after that.
Right.
Which I think is going to be its last season.
I think they are. I think they're prepping for this to be the last season.
Fridays.
We're almost done, folks.
We are. And just for the record, this episode already is going on longer than a normal future episode will. It's our fall lineup. Friday, ABC. Very excited this came back. It was kind of touch and go. Last Man Standing's back for another season. Very excited. Love that show. Love Tim Allen.
Whatever. I like the girl, not the youngest daughter, the middle daughter, the airhead.
Mandy.
She's funny. Mandy, okay. That's how little I watched the show. She's funny. And I really wanted to love this series because I love his wife. I have loved her since So I Married an Axe Murderer. And
Nancy Travis.
Yeah, Nancy Travis. And I can't love this series. But then again, I wasn't a Tool Time fan either.
Home Improvement.
Whatever.
I'm a big Tim Allen fan. I like pretty much anything he does. It did take me a little bit to warm up to the show, but now I love it. And so I'm really thrilled that it's back for another season.
Yeah, whatever.
Following it is a new series called Cristela, which I'm assuming is, and I know you're looking it up, you misspelt it.
I know I did.
There's no H.
Oh. That would explain it.
Yeah. So it's looks like it's going to be a comedy. It's half hour.
Sitcom.
Sitcom.
Created by stand-up comedian Cristela Alonso. Oh, yeah. It chronicles the life of a Mexican-American law school graduate who must balance her chance to live the American dream by working as an unpaid intern at a law firm with the concerns of her family, including her sister, who's a call center operator at a cable TV company and wants her to get a real job, her brother-in-law, who sees her as a freeloader, and her mother. This one doesn't jump out at me at all.
No.
And I realize that sounds kind of terrible of me, but fuck it, I don't really care.
It really doesn't. There's nothing that grabs you.
Yeah, and this may appeal to some people, but I don't think it's going to appeal to enough. But then again, I said the same thing about the Mindy Project. Interestingly enough, it is going to be co-starring the guy who plays the hacker on Bones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I knew I recognized that name. It's Andrew Leeds. That guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's also been on. He was a recurring character on NCIS Los Angeles this past season when Kinsey was in Afghanistan. So, or wherever the fuck she was.
Following that, we'll have Shark Tank, and then shocker of all shocks, 2020.
2020. Another one of those interminable shows that's never going to go away.
Then we have CBS, The Amazing Race, Hawaii Five-0, Blue Bloods. CW, Whose Line Is It Anyway? Love that this is back on the schedule. America's Next Top Model, and local programming. Fox, Master Chef Junior, Utopia.
Do you watch MasterChef?
No.
Wait, they're going to air Utopia twice in 1 week? Mm-hmm. That's intelligent.
It is on the schedule twice.
MasterChef it is a fun show. MasterChef Junior is 10 times more fun because it's kids, and they're cooking better than the adults. It is hilarious to watch these kids go at it. Anyway, go ahead.
NBC, Dateline, Grimm, and then a new show called Constantine.
Constantine, that's actually based on the Hellblazer comic books from the Vertigo line from DC, and there was a movie called Constantine with Val Kilmer. God, I'm gonna laugh at myself for that one for a little while. Neo, oh look, I am the one. What the hell is his name?
Keanu Reeves.
Thank you, Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves was John Constantine in the movie. This is the same thing. It's just it's a television series based on the same source. So it'll be so pairing it with Grimm works nicely.
And Saturday's pretty much a throwaway night. ABC has Saturday Night Football. CBS has 2 hours Crime Time Saturday, which is just re-airings of 2 random crime dramas from earlier in the week.
CSI
and then
or something.
And then 48 hours. CW has local programming. Fox has Fox Sports Sunday. NBC has repeats, which is for any random repeats from earlier in the week.
Usually Law and Order. So there you have it. There's our fall schedule. Some things to look forward to. Not as many this season as in past seasons. A lot of returning shows, which is kind of good.
Yeah. There does seem to be less new shows this season than past seasons, and of the new shows, it seems like every season there's less I'm looking forward to. Yeah,
that's the way it happens. I'm more looking forward to just, like a handful, like I think 3 or 4. Some of them I'll give a try just for the hell of it, but there's only like 3 or 4 that I'm like super stoked about. The Flash being one of them. Flash and Gotham, strangely enough, both DC shows.
Grace Point is the one I'm most excited about as far as new shows go.
So there you have it. If you have any input on any of these, feel free to leave us comments and tell us what your thoughts are, and we will share them if they make sense. Some people leave us comments that just kind of ramble on and on. Jill. I called her out. She's totally got kicked my ass. This is why I'm going to Mississippi while Comic-Con goes on. Just avoid you people altogether.
No, you're not. You're going to Comic-Con.
When is Comic-Con this year?
Austin Comic-Con is going to be October 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 1st, 2nd, 3rd. I'd have to look up the exact dates.
I am actually going to be trying to go to Mississippi, but I think I'll be back in time for that. Fuck.
You're going as one of our lantern colors.
I am hiding under a table the whole fucking weekend.
I think you'd make a great Black Lantern.
Why? Just because I'm black? The Whitey keeping me down again. Anyway, so that's it. That's your fall lineup. What else you got?
That's it for this episode.
All right. Thanks for watching, and keep staying tuned. We will keep staying tuned. Does that work?
Not at all.
Stay tuned. We'll be back with more awesome stuff, including our little minor bits. Again, those are going to come as individual episodes. We'll see you soon. Say bye to the nice people.
Bye. Check out Jack Clips Fire and follow us.
Say bye to the nice people.
Bye to the nice people.
Yeah. For the rest of you, bye as well. Aha, you thought I was going to do something else, did you? Yeah. Anyway.